it's on. Okay.
Mine doesn't say live yet.
Oh, does it say it?
Does yours say it?
Uh-huh.
Okay. Mine don't. Oh, there it goes. Okay.
Okay.
I want to thank you for making time to meet with me today. How are things going since the last time we talked?
They're going all right. They're going all right. Yeah.
I was wondering if we could take some time today to talk about any health concerns that you currently are experiencing.
Yeah, I think that would be a really good idea. That that's something I would like to talk
So,
about.
what can you do? Things that you're experiencing recently?
Well, I've been noticing that I'm feeling like I'm really tired, even after a good night's sleep, um, and or what I think is a good night's sleep. And I'm like, I feel like I always need to either have coffee or like some sort of like energizing thing to keep me going. Um, but yeah, and I don't really know like why.
So even though you think that you're getting a good night's sleep, you're not finding yourself having enough energy to get everything done that you need to get done.
Yeah.
Uh, what does the typical night look like for you when you say a good night's sleep?
Well, I'm pretty busy up until like I get my kids to bed by like 9:30, 10, and then I do homework or clean up, and I'm usually heading into bed probably by, well, I guess it depends on how much homework and stuff and how much work I have to get done, but I would say like midnight to 1, sometimes a little bit later. Um, and then I usually either read or listen to a story to help me fall asleep, and then I'll sleep for like 5 hours, uh, usually pretty straight through for the most part, and then I get up and start the day again.
So on average, you're having about 5 hours of sleep.
On average, yeah, about 5, I would say, and then at like maybe once a week, like I am like, okay, I need more, and then I'll do like a 7 to 8 hour
Trying to play catch
time.
up.
Yeah, yeah, I guess that's kind of what it is.
All right. So what would you want to why would you want to make a change to kind of have more sleep?
Well, because I'm noticing that I'm just don't have the energy during the day, and I don't like that feeling. It doesn't, if I don't like feeling like all I want to do is just lay down, because I don't like the thought of napping. I don't like the thought of utilizing hours during the day for that. But lately I've been feeling like I just can't get enough energy.
Mhm. Um, One of the things that I heard you talk about was the energy you don't have enough, even if you do have a good night's sleep. So, uh, what is it about your schedule that makes you feel like you don't have enough energy to complete all the things you're trying to complete?
That's a good question. Well, I feel like I guess I'm constantly on the go, just trying to fit everything in. Um, and like I gotta get my kids to their sports, and I gotta get to work, which is clear across town. And then, I've been then come like just a lot of back and forth, and right now I don't have as much help as I did before, um, because I'm going through a separation, and so that's kind of been a shift. And well, and I think too, I spend a lot of time in my car and moving, like that kind of movement, but not actual physical movement.
Yeah, okay. So maybe that's part of what's taking your energy is spending a lot of time sitting. And it sounded like part of it also is that you're doing the brunt of the work with the kids, trying to get them to all their sports events, and also trying to tackle work in school too. So
Yeah.
overall, it's just trying to really like figure out when sleep fits into all of that. So,
Yes.
how might you go about getting more sleep or a more balanced sleep in order to succeed?
Well, I I think that I have this tendency to go to bed super, super late and try to cram a bunch of things in at the end of the day. And I wonder if shifting it to kind of split it up between the morning and the evening, some of the stuff like walking my dogs and, you know, just getting some of my homework done, or some of my actual work done, or some of this cleaning in the house. If I maybe split it up a little bit, to do some in the morning and some in the evening, then maybe I could balance the sleeping part.
Yeah.
Because I feel like right now I push away sleep in order to cram everything in. But if I maybe shift my routine, because I feel sluggish too, so I'm wondering if maybe more exercise, fitting somehow more exercise.
So maybe by shifting your schedule a little bit with where you're putting your chores and your responsibilities with school, that you'll be able to kind of fit things in the morning and then a little less at night and have more of a balanced schedule.
Mm-hmm.
Sleeping.
Yeah. I hear other people saying that they do that, and it sounds like a really good idea.
Sounds like it, but you haven't quite gotten to where you can follow through with it.
Yeah.
So what are the three best reasons to kind of shift from staying up really late and not having enough sleep to maybe waking up earlier and getting things done in the morning and having less to do at night?
Well, I think that I would be more productive doing some things in the morning because I'll be energized from sleep. Um, and I think that I could essentially get some more things done in the morning, like walking my dogs. That's one of the things that I tend to put off. Like I'm like, oh, sorry guys, but I'm tired now, so
Yeah.
you guys will have to wait another day to go for a walk. But whereas if I did it in the morning, that could be a priority. It'd be good for them, and it'd get me out too. And from what I know about, that's a good way to start the day is like some physical activity, something like that, like something rejuvenating. And I think too, it will kind of give me like it'll remind me like how important sleep is. Like it'll help me put that as a priority. So that I think that's a really good reason, because I realize that sleep is really important. But again, it's one of those things that's easy to put on the back burner when you're pretty
One of
busy.
those things to sacrifice when we have a lot of other things going on.
Yes.
So to me, what I got from that is that your responsibilities are really important to you. Being able to prioritize your dogs and exercise, and then getting the rest of your responsibilities cleared away with. Has there been a time before where you were waking up early and getting things done and getting to bed at a decent hour?
Yeah, it feels like ages ago, but yeah. And
How were things better or different then?
well, I think that just in general, my energy level was better. and my outlook in general also of the day was better because I was more motivated after having done physical activity first, like started my day off with physical activity and given myself a little bit of time in the morning, like me time in the morning. So
having some time for self-care too.
yes. Yeah. Which again is one of those sacrifices.
Yeah.
And so I feel like if I could prioritize that, the self-care piece, and like that tends to, like from my past experiences, prioritizing self-care tends to create like a better space for me in general.
Like an overall health kind of contributes overall.
Yes, I feel better. And when I feel better about myself, then like everything seems to go a little bit smoother.
Yeah. So what is the worst thing that happens if you don't make this change?
Well, I stay tired, and I guess things could, like, my motivation just kind of, it will continue to spiral downward, for lots of things, like for schoolwork, for work in general, just for getting out and about. So, which isn't good.
And what are the best things that might happen if you were to make this change?
Well, I'll be in better health and feel healthier. My dogs will feel happier. And my kids will feel happier too, because I will probably not be as grumpy.
So a stress reliever as well.
Yes. Yes.
So I'm gonna just summarize a little bit about what we talked about today. So one of your major concerns with your health right now is that you're kind of staying up late doing homework and then having about 5 hours on average a night and waking up kind of tired and groggy throughout the day. And it's kind of hard to find that motivation to get all of your responsibilities taken care of, especially you talked about your dogs not, taking the back burner to getting their walk in the morning, and your self-care and not having a whole lot of energy. So what do you think that you are going to do to make this change?
Well, I think that I'm going to, first of all, look at a schedule and see really what I need to get done on a day-to-day basis, as far as getting my kids to where they need to be and all that stuff. And then maybe starting by going to bed when my kids go to bed, 1 or 2 nights this week, and see how it goes.
Okay, so taking the small steps to get to the bigger goal.
I think I'm going to need to. Right. Yeah, that's a good way to put it.
Okay. I want to thank you for your time today. Is there anything else that you'd like to talk about?
No, I appreciate it. It's helpful to talk about it and to kind of put it into perspective of, because I feel like I know what needs to be done, but sometimes it's just sits there. So I appreciate it.
All right. Thank you.
Thanks.
Okay. All right.
Nice. Okay, I'm going to grab a notebook really quick. Move also. Alrighty. All right. You did really good. Going through, like, just kind of walking through it, and I felt really good.
Okay.
With it. Okay, let me see. Here we go. Okay. Are you ready?
Yep.
All right. Whoops. Here we go. All right. Hi.
Hello.
Welcome back. I'm happy to see you, and I appreciate you taking the time to come back and meet with me. And I know it's not always easy to get to these appointments, but I appreciate you being here. I just wanted to check in to see how you were doing since we last chatted, and see how you would feel about maybe checking in a little bit about how you're feeling about your overall health, and see if there's anything coming up for you regarding that. What do you think?
So recently, I switched from working 5 days a week to 4 days a week. So now I'm working four days for 10 hours. And I've really noticed that my sleep has been impacting. I used to be able to get away with, like longer nights or shorter nights of sleep, staying up late and getting up early because I was only working 8 hours. But something about having that extra 2 hours and, like leaving early, that I'm just kind of like sluggish all day. And I recently was diagnosed with high blood pressure, and one of the side effects of taking the medication was being fatigued. And so I haven't even started it yet because I'm already fatigued. And I think on top of that, being fatigued it's mostly at work where I feel like it's impacting my daily routine is at work. Like I have to be present and on task, and not having enough sleep is really impacting that.
Right. So you switched your schedule at work, and just in general have been feeling sluggish with the shift possibly, and just with other changes, and now finding out about with the high blood pressure, the medication, just knowing that it can possibly cause more fatigue is kind of overwhelming, because you're already feeling the fatigue, and the thought of adding on to that seems like a lot.
It does.
Yeah. So let me ask you, how are you dealing with the overall fatigue in general, like on a day-to-day basis?
So I try, like I'm in school right now, so staying up late after work is just kind of one of the areas that I know needs to change in some way. But sometimes that's all I have is a few hours after work. And then I'm like the type of person that I like to get the task done. And so I kind of just push myself and stay up later to get it all done. Know that's one of the areas that I see something could be different. But I just try to eat like real food, have real meals to kind of like help my energy. I drink a lot of water so that but I also drink a lot of coffee. Like I was only drinking coffee in the morning. Like I'd have a cup of coffee in the morning and that was it. And now we got a coffee pot at work. And so I find myself making coffee in the middle of the day. I noticed the fatigue mostly with the schedule change and because I'm staying up later to work on homework.
So due to the schedule change, you're staying up later to do homework, and although you're doing all these other things that are healthy, like drinking water and eating fairly healthy, you're still feeling sluggish and tired, and you're still having to stay up late. So what is the main change that you would like to see happen for yourself regarding your health as far as the fatigue?
So I want to be able to change is to have my schedule fit in at least 7 hours.
7 hours.
That's where I function. I function pretty well at 7. I'm too tired, and I get everything done at work that I need to get done without, missing a beat.
So just to clarify, are you meaning when you say you had to have your schedule fit into 7 hours, do you mean your work schedule or your sleep
My
schedule? Your
my
sleep
sleep.
schedule. Okay, so
Yeah.
7 hours would be ideal.
Yeah.
Okay, and as of right now, with the change in schedule, you are not getting the 7 hours that your body could benefit from. And regardless of the other healthy habits that you've already established, again, like drinking water and eating healthy, less than 7 hours is affecting your overall well-being during the day.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So, we've kind of shared why you want to make this change. It'll overall your well-being, like we said, and you'll be able to function better throughout the day. And how might you go about it in order to make this happen?
I think so. So working 4 days, there are 3 days that I have off, but those are usually the days where I, plan family events or see people, run my errands, go to the doctor, that kind of thing. So I think just having one of those be a half day or, a half day on Thursday and a half day on Saturday where I just dedicate to doing homework and nothing else, just so that I'm not staying up late at night on the weekdays.
Mhm. So with your 3 days off, having 4 days on and 3 days off, uh, family priorities have come into play, like family time, family activities, but it's possible to dedicate specific days or half days to working on homework, so you don't have to stay up late on your work days.
Yeah, to kind of just spread it out throughout the week instead of try to, because right now I'm trying to spread it out throughout the week, but it's to save those 3 days off to do whatever I want to do. But I find myself sleeping in on those days too, and then the whole day, like there's that balance between sleeping too much and feeling sluggish and sleeping too little and feeling sluggish. That's 7 hours for me. That 7 hours is pretty key and at my best.
So 7 hours is the ideal, and that's a good number to aim for. And on your days off, you tend to sleep in because you're tired, possibly trying to catch up from your days staying up late.
Yeah.
So possibly shifting it to doing dedicated days, half days on Thursday and possibly Saturday, you mentioned. Maybe then you won't have to stay up so late and maybe not sleeping on your days off. Nice. What in your mind, like where you're going, what your thoughts are about getting the ideal 7 hours? What are the three best reasons for you to hit that 7 hours and that schedule, where like you said, it's spread out?
So for me, the number one thing I see impacted is work. So my main reason is I want to be fully present when I'm working with my clients, not like trying to pay attention. I just want to be present and be there and not feel sluggish. And then also not only with my clients, but I have like a lot of notes that I have to enter. And sometimes with concentration, I just can't concentrate when I'm running on little sleep. And then also overall health, like I'm less stressed when I have a good night's sleep, and I'm energetic.
And energetic. Excellent. So 3 good reasons for creating this change are to be fully present in the things that you're doing. And as far as like your clients, being present for them and being present in all your paperwork, and also just for overall well-being and health, more energy for yourself. How important is it for you to make this change?
So my schedule only changed like 2 weeks ago, and noticed a huge difference. So it's pretty important for me, because, you know, going from 5 days to 4 days, I see more clients throughout the day. I have more groups on those days. So it's really important that I'm like mindful of how I am, so that I don't want them to feel like they're not important because I'm sluggish. So it's pretty important that I figure out how to get those 7 hours in.
So on a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being the least important and 10 being the most important, where would you put this change, getting the 7 hours into your evenings, into your sleep, and spreading it out your workload as far as homework and staying up late and all that throughout the week? How important is that to you?
I think because getting my homework done is really important too, but I think work and my clients are more important. So I'd probably put it at about an 8.
That's pretty important.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm curious as to why an 8 and not a 10.
So my work, like, I haven't gotten any feedback from clients that I haven't gotten any feedback. It's just my own feelings about like my performance. I haven't had any reactions like, you're not here today, or like, you seem spacey, or are you okay? I haven't gotten any of that. I just feel it in myself. So I don't think that others are noticing as much as it is me. Like me trying to pay attention. And then the other piece is that my homework is important to me and getting like assignments in and stuff. So that's probably why an 8 and not a 10.
Good. You're quite aware of where you're at in that. That's definitely a strength. So if it's okay with you, I'm just going to kind of briefly summarize what we've gone over. It sounds like, well, recently within the last 2 weeks or so, you've had a work change as far as your schedule goes and are now working 4 days. And you have 3 days off, but your 4 days are long, and you tend to make those even longer by staying up late doing homework and fulfilling other important things in your life that need to get done, so that on your 3 days off, you can just focus on like the family stuff and fitting in those activities. But you're also feeling really tired. And even though you've got the high blood pressure going on and you were given medicine, you don't even want to start that because of the thought of feeling even more tired. So focusing on this change is really important. In fact, it's an 8 because you want to make sure that you are present for your clients and present for your work, and that you're overall healthy and have that energy that you need to sustain all of the stuff that you're doing. And though you have other fairly healthy habits that you've already established for yourself, like drinking water and eating healthy and being aware of like the physical activity and things like that, you're also very mindful of how being sluggish and tired or fatigued affects your everyday performance in work and homework and just family living.
Yeah.
Did I miss anything?
No, that was all of it.
Okay, awesome. And so you are wanting to get in those 7 hours a night, which overall could kind of help create this that what you're looking for. So what do you think you'll do?
So I've been thinking to use my days off for homework days, and trying to limit, so after work, limiting my homework time to like 2 hours, because I usually will get home about 7 or 8 depending on the day, but really just telling myself and disciplining myself to be in bed by 11 or to be in bed by 10, or say I'm only going to work on this for 2 hours, whether it's just a piece of it or if it's all of it. I think that's probably where I'll start.
Mm-hmm. Well, that sounds like a really good place to start. And Can't wait to hear how it goes. So I guess it looks like we're kind of running out of time, but I'd love to check in with you next time to see how this has gone for you.
Thank you.
Okay.
All right.
We did it.
Another assignment done.
Yay.
Well,
part of it.
Your summaries are solid.
Oh, right on. Thanks.
Yeah. They're really good. So I think you did well.
Thanks.
Now we have to go transcribe this.
Yeah, I was all like, part of my brain, I started looking at that 10 strategies, and part of my brain went straight to the other exercise that we did, and then I got lost in the strategy, and I was like, oh God, I don't even know. In the beginning, I was like, where am I? So it'll be fine to transcribe, but it'll definitely be a learning thing. I'll be like, oh God, right there, you need to work on that and that. But that's what this is all about.
I know, that's what I hate about watching these things. I'm like, oh my God.
Yeah, but it'll be good. Thanks for reaching out to get this done. I'm so glad to have it done now. I feel like this is the piece that's kind of hard to coordinate sometimes, getting it done and the recording, and everything else can kind of fall into place.
Yes. And it's early in the week, so we have plenty of time.
That's right. Well, I hope you are able to get it all done before your trip. And have a great time camping.
All right. Thank you so much.
Okay. I'll talk to you later.
All right. Thank you. Bye.
Bye.